Cool. Let me know when we're live.
We are live.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody out there? Hello? I do this all the time. It's so corny. Hi, everybody. It's Mike B. Welcome to Vinyl Dreams. Finally open. I know we did this last month, but boy, does it look good, huh? It's looking clean. It's looking nice. And I'm here to play you some dope records. So it's another edition of Vinylly! Yes, Vinylly. We're here to play you some new tunes. We got so much to go through. I got so much killer stuff to play for you. I don't even know where to begin. So we're just going to start right here. This is a brand new tune from Telephones, normally known for dreamy Italian 90s sounding house. It's a little bit different for them. And I was one of the things that, like, at first I was a little put off. Wasn't really sure if that's what I wanted out of Telephones, this particular sound. But then I started to really listen to it, and I was like, no, this is killer. So, without any further ado, we're going to play Blue Tech by Telephones. And here we go. First track on Vinylly. Thank you for watching. Here we go. All right. That was Telephones. It's a bit of an excursion there. Loving that. Every track on the 12-inch is great. We have a couple of these left. Sick. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Vinylly. If you're just tuning in, it's Mike B. I'm playing some jams for you today that are all in stock at Vinyl Dreams. I'm here at Vinyl Dreams. I got the Vinyl Dreams crew, Fault Radio crew, in full effect. We're vibing in here, having a good time. It's a lovely Friday afternoon. Luckily for us, the Bay Area has sort of avoided the heat wave, so we're chilling quite comfortably here in San Francisco, thank goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the tempo up for the time being. I have a couple of really dope faster joints for you to play. Again, everything I'm gonna play today in stock at Vinyl Dreams. Check the chat if you want to get links directly to each product in our website. And thank you for tuning in today. Shout out to everybody. Next up is a new artist, a couple of younger artists collaborating. They're called Yarn In It. And this is one of the better electro records I've heard in quite a while, especially at a time when electro is kind of, you know, anything that's not a 4/4 beat, which is funny to me. But this record really is rocking. I've really dug it so far. I don't really know too much about the artists other than they're quite new. So without any further ado, let's get into it. This track is called, I think it's called So High, which, as you'll find out quickly, it's very appropriate. Here's Yarn In It. All right, all right, all right. That was Yarn in It. It was So High on the Clear Memory label. Again, I don't know too much about these dudes other than that's a great record, and definitely brings to mind going to Detroit for the music festival, seeing people like DJ Godfather, Assault, Mr. Day, Play in the Sunshine. Listening to that record definitely took me right back to that place and made me want to go to Detroit like immediately, to go and catch that vibe again. I think it's like a vibe that you really can only get in Detroit necessarily. But yeah, great record, Yarn in It. Super feeling that at the moment. All right, coming up next, got this. We got a grip of records from the labels that are all related to DJ Sodafett out of Norway, including the one label Wanya Records and another one called Sex Tags Amphibia. We got a bunch of different releases that are from the past couple of years from them, including this one, which is a little newer, by E. Geezer, I'm guessing is how you pronounce that, E-GZR. This record's called Metallurgic Funk Volume 2. It's definitely a loopy techno record to be messed with, played with, cut and scratched and manipulated. But it's got that, this track I'm going to play for you now has that element that of that sort of thing that makes me want to hear more of it. And since we're on this tip already, I wanted to keep moving. So let me put this up in the window, and at least until I can get the record started. But we're gonna hear E. Geezer, which, man, that's great in and of itself. That name, you gotta love that. All right, here we go on Wanya, E. Geezer. All right, all right. E Geezer on the Wanya label. That's off of Metallurgic Funk Volume 2. Really digging that track. Definitely has that deep, deep loop machine funk that we like so much. And speaking of that, especially speaking of Detroit, we have a new reissue of a Detroit classic that just came in. Let me put it up on the screen so you can check it out here. This is from Kenny Larkin's album Azimuth, which I believe is his debut. That came out on, I think, on Warp in the 90s. And it's been reissued. It's on Kenny's label Art of Dance. The reissue has a new cover as well as comes with a bonus 10-inch that has tracks that came out on singles around the album, but not the album itself. And that's one of the tunes I'm going to play for you now. Let me just get the right title here. This is called Q, the Right Brain Mix. And again, feeling this vibe right now. Definitely feeling this kind of summertime techno vibe. So let's get into it with Kenny Larkin. Fresh and reissued. Wow, Kenny Larkin there with Q. That is off a bonus 10-inch that comes with his reissued album Azimuth on Art of Dance, his own label. Great record. I'll tell you what, if you're of a certain age and that doesn't bring you back to a certain time and place, then you're probably doing it wrong. But man, great record, great tracks. Real flashback on that for me personally. And speaking of flashbacks, I'm going to go from one to another. We have these couple of great reissues from Nexus 21, which is the more serious techno side of Alternate, if you're familiar with your hardcore. The Alternate boys had always made techno under this name and another alias or two. But this 3-track EP came out via Network Records. It's a nice reissue, pressed on white vinyl, and it has one of my absolute all-time favorite UK techno tracks on it, which is this one, Self-Hypnosis by Nexus 21. I think you kind of can't beat it for nostalgia or any other sake, and I want to get into that right now as soon as I can get this thing queued up and ready to go. If I have it done properly, here we go. All right. Without further ado, Nexus 21. Yes, yes, yes. Throwback vibes there from Nexus 21. That's Self-Hypnosis, an absolute classic, reissued on Network Records on this really lovely progression logical 12-inch on white vinyl. So nice. You're going to want to grab those before they fly away, because that is the jam. So from then, we're going to move to now with a new record from Cynthia, who we love, especially since, you know, she's a record store owner herself, kind of understands that record store life, and has been to the shop. A really sweet woman. She has a new record out on Ouse called City Lights, and even though there's like a B-side and a couple different remixes, I like the original. So we're going to play the original City Lights. This is Cynthia on Ouse coming at ya. Yes. Brand new from Synthy on the Ouse label. That's City Lights. That is the jam. I'm feeling that. That got me hyped up to get my groove on for sure. We have a few of those still in stock. Do not miss that. That's good times on wax is what that is. Faux show. I don't think that's even deniable in any way, shape, or form. All right, moving on to the next thing. We have a new release from the Regalbau label, which I believe is it Danish? Regalbau? Danish? Anybody? No. I think it might be Danish. Possibly Danish. And it's a new Various Artists 12-inch called I Can't Complain, but Sometimes I Still Do, which I can relate to. So I kind of naturally gravitate toward this record. You get 4 tracks, and the track we're going to listen to is by, if I'm getting this right, Maizena, and it's called The Future on Regalbau. Very nice stuff, and I'm going to play it for you now. Here we go. right. That was Maizena with The Future on the Regal Bow label. We just got this in as well, and it's already making waves in the shop, just amongst the people in the shop right now. Shout out to Jimmy B, who's hiding in the background here. Go to Word at Monarch if you're ever in San Francisco on a Sunday night. Gotta go check that out. Hey!
Mohit's playing this week.
Who is?
Our man right here.
Oh, Mohit, yeah, he's hiding, but we'll show him at the end of the show. He's the staff. He has to hide behind the curtain. All right, moving right along. We have the second new release from Jexopolis in as many weeks, who is one of our favorites. He's been to the shop. We've been supporting his music since his first 12-inch. We love his stuff to death. And I guess he moved back to Canada last year and built a new studio and basically made this record. It's called It's Me, Jexy. And it's him exploring some different styles than you might be used to from him, which is usually on kind of a synth disco tip. But he's going all over the place with this one. And the track that I wanted to highlight for you is called Gem. Let's see, that's the third track on the record here. It's called GEM Gem by Jexopolis on his new album, It's Me, Jexy. All right, coming at ya. for it. All right, all right. That's a brand new from Jexopolis. That's called Gem off of his new album, It's Me, Jexy. We got a bunch of these. We're such a big fan of Mr. Jexopolis. And man, it was really difficult to pick one track to play off of this because they're all good. And there's even some really killer down-tempo stuff that could be easily like early 90s Balearic jams with a paid-in full beat, that kind of thing. I'd really recommend it. Please go to the website and listen to the whole album if you want to get an idea of what the rest of it sounds like. And if I haven't mentioned, you can actually go online to vinyldreamssf.com and purchase everything that we're playing on the show today. If you look in the chat on Twitch, there should be links to everything that that I'm playing, and you can just go straight to the website and purchase. All right, we're going up on an hour already, and I'm gonna flip it up a little bit. I'm gonna flip the script, as they like to say these days, with this really sick covered record. Look at that. If we could cut to that. This is a new release from Seba and Paradox. Of course, two absolute stalwarts of the drum and bass scene, been around forever, and both great guys to boot. They've been working together in a collaborative effort for years as well. And when you listen to these tracks, you can tell that this is a partnership that has been going for a long time. I mean, these guys both have very well-respected solo careers and managed to make collabs sound like a third entity altogether. We're going to play the track that I'm attracted to most on this 12-inch. You get two tunes. It's called Swirl by Seba and Paradox. Here we go. All right, that ended a little abruptly for me there. Seba and Paradox, two absolute legends of the drum and bass scene, together again for this fantastic 12-inch. The other side is just as solid. You really can't you can't lose with that. You know, when I was doing my drum and bass party at the top in the 90s, we brought Seba out to play both for us here in San Francisco and for another night we were doing in LA. And he ended up being just like a super top guy, great guy to hang out with, and an amazing musician and producer. And his work is something that I've followed forever. Same with Dev, Paradox. Two guys who've both been to San Francisco with some regularity. Dev's been here a couple of times to play, always hauling that giant Amiga desktop computer with him to play live. And those everything those dudes do is going to be something that I'm going to pay attention to no matter what. So be on the lookout for that, Seba and Paradox. And speaking of legendary drum and bass collaborations, we also have this to play for you. That is in stock right now. Tech 9, of course, a longtime alias of Digo from 4 Hero and 2000 Black. Sonar Circle is the original jungle alias for Domu, who ended up doing a lot of Broken Beat and Future Jazz stuff under that name. And they have come together. In fact, Domu has practically come out of retirement over the past 10 or 15 years to make this collab with Digo during lockdown. I guess they traded stems over the internet and made this album full of tracks. The album's called Anachronistic, and Tech 9 and Sonar Circle together at last. You really can't beat this with a stick. It is the shit, and the track that I want to play for you. And again, it was so difficult to like pick one because there's just so many good jams to choose from, but this is going to be the one. This track is called Idiom. It's the first track on the D side of this lovely double pack. Here we go, Tech 9 and Sonar Circle. Oh yeah, that's hitting the spot. That's Idiom from Tech 9 and Sonar Circle. Out now on Aco Beats and in stock. Great record all around. Not all drum and bass or jungle. There's a lot of different styles on it. You might be surprised at what you hear. But man, hearing these two guys work together is just like sent from heaven as far as I'm concerned. So I am stoked about that. Moving on to the next jam, I wanted to keep this vibe going. Even though we only have one copy of this record left, which means if you want this, you need to jump on it like right now. Here, let me get the sleeve out. This is the newest release on 1985 Music. We really try to keep this stuff in stock as much as we can, and it flies out the door so quickly. Hoping to restock some of these soon, but this is the latest release by a younger producer named Monty, who's been around for a minute. And man, these tracks sound so good. It's also on really lovely like blood splatter vinyl, which I'm sure you'll see on your screen in just a moment. But I needed to play this track, or at least keep the vibe going. So snag this if you want it. It's the shit. Monty. All right. Monty on 1985 music. I'm not sure the title on that. Let me see if I can take a look and get that info. That's called Fade. The title track off the EP. It's on this gorgeous blood splatter vinyl, and every track is bomb, as you might expect. So good. There's just, it seems like drum and bass is really having an interesting comeback right now. So much good music about, so many good producers. It's hard to keep up with, but we're going to try and do it for you. If I haven't mentioned this lately, everything I'm playing is in stock and on our website, vinyldreamssf.com. You can place an order, choose in-store pickup if you're in the Bay, and come down and pick it up if you want, or we can ship it to you however you like. We ship worldwide. So get in there, check some of this stuff out, because it's already starting to go quickly. All right, flipping the script a little bit, this next track is a remix of a tune that was popular back in, I think, 2013 or 14. It came out on the Local Talk label, and it's by the artist Kyodai. The song's called Breakin'. You might remember it. It had kind of a drill instructor sample chant in it that was really interesting. The production was really good. There have been a bunch of different remixes of this tune, and this is a new mix by someone called the Rhythm Research Lab, again released on Local Talk Records, and I'm really feeling this tune. I think you guys will as well. Here we go, Rhythm Research Lab on Local Talk. All right. That was a Rhythm Research Lab doing a remix of Kyodai's Breaking on Local Talk. So one-sided joint on Local Talk. So nice. Especially the end when it gets all dubbed out. That's my jam right there. All right, moving forward, we have a really interesting next bit for you here. This is a track off of a new record by a producer called YNV, which is our buddy Jan de Ritter, who lives here in San Francisco. It's kind of a Belgian who is living out of the country, and he has made this record, I believe, while here in the city. And it's on a Greek label. It is also now based in the United States, called Lurid Records. I believe it's Greek. I may be wrong. But regardless, this is his debut album under the name YNV. The album's called Golden Hour Ritual. And I just want to make sure I'm getting the right track title here. We're going to hear Celestial Spirits off of Golden Hour Ritual. We're also having a record release party for this album on the 16th, which is next Friday. If you want to come through, YNV will be playing along with his cohorts from the Vague Terrain party that used to happen at Underground SF. Those guys are still working and active, and I think this will be their first appearance in a minute. That's going to be really fun. It's going to be a real family affair, so please come through and check that out. We got a bunch of copies of this. I don't think you're going to find a cheaper price anywhere on the internet. So go to vinyldreamssf.com and check that out. In the meantime, let's check out Celestial Spirits from YNV. All right. Celestial Spirits from YNV. That's a track on his brand new album, Golden Hour Ritual. We have a bunch in stock up on the website. Again, I said that we're having a record release party for this album next Friday night here at the shop with DJs, including the artist himself. You're going to want to come down and check that out. It's going to be really fun. Check our social media for more details. And a great cover by the artist himself as well. You can't beat that. I mean, that's real nice. Moving forward, and I know that Jan of YNV is friends with the next artist. This is a collab between DJ Sofa and the artist Housejar and a Turkish percussionist named OK Temiz. Really, really interesting record. It's out now on the Second Circle label, which is a sub-label of Music from Memory out of Amsterdam. They tend to do more new music, new artists, new works, whereas Music from Memory is more reissued stuff, although the lines are generally pretty blurred. And Second Circle puts out more dance floor oriented stuff, although there are lots of exceptions. But this record is wild. I want to play track 2 on the release, which is called Der Wunsch Service. All right. Sofa, Housejar, and OK Temiz. I'm going to play this for you right now. It's good stuff. I want to get the cueing right. All right, here we go. All right. Without further ado.
To make your own music, you have to listen to your mother music, your country music. Doesn't matter what. Learn from yourself and then, not montage, but immediately, it doesn't come right away. It takes time. It takes time, no panic. You will hear some smelling on them. What you learn, what you catch.
Right. Brand new from Second Circle Records. That's Sofa, Haushyar, and OK Temiz. Really nice jam there, and I think that it does have kind of a jammy feel to it, which I think is purposeful. Very nice collaborative thing there, especially with the percussion. Moving right along, we just got these back in, and I wanted to highlight this before it left our universe. Again, we just got this Nicola Cruz 12-inch on Rhythm Section International back in, and you know, he did an in-store with us like a month ago that was so good. He really like killed it. He kind of kicked off our reopening as well, which was really nice. And it is a top guy to boot. This record is so sick. I'm pretty much down at this point to buy anything he does on site, and this is really no exception. Of course, it's on Rhythm Section, so it's going to be a little more rhythmically and percussion focused, and I think that's what the vibe is on this. The record's called Subtropique, and the track I'm going to play is called is the title track, Subtropique, which works for me. Here we go, Nicola Cruz, Subtropique. Yes. Nicola Cruz right there, Subtropique. Finally restocked on Rhythm Section International. We got that in, we got a bunch. You don't want to miss it the second time around. It's on clear vinyl. Such a nice release. Do not sleep on that. All right, we got about 15 minutes left in the show. I got a couple more things I want to get to, including this from one of my personal musical idols, Digo, from For Hero, 2000 Black, Reinforced Records. This is his newest album, full-length album, which is called The Negative Positive. There's the sleeve if you want to check it out. The track I'm going to play is called What's an Inferiority Complex? Which I guess we're about to find out. So, without further ado, Digo with What's an Inferiority Complex? All right. Oh, those piano chords are so nice. You can't expect anything less from Digo. That's the jam. I feel like there's an extended version out there that's like 2 or 3 minutes longer that really lets you have it with those chords at the end. So nice. That's on Digo's album, The Negative Positive. It's out right now. We got a bunch of these in stock. I always try to keep everything that Digo and his label 2000 Black are putting out because it's so good. Yes, it's on the wall right now. Jonah knows. So good.
I love his records.
So good. And if we're going to talk about Digo, we might as well talk about his partner in crime in 4 Hero, Mark Mack, who also has a really dope 12-inch out right now called the Jamaica EP. We're going to listen to, it's a really nice 4-track, super broken beat record. We're going to listen to the Duppy Rhythm, which has some real classic samples as well as some neck-snapping broken beats. Hey, UPS guy. Hey, what's up? You're live on the internet. See you later. All right, without further ado, and I do, here's Mark Mack with the Duppy Rhythm. Yes, yes, yes. Mark Mack in the place with the Duppy Rhythm. So good. That's on his Jamaica EP. And I believe that's on the Omniverse label, which is Mark's label. So sick. If you like the broken beat joints, that is for you, for show. All right, we got one more track to play, and I want to put it on so we can get it through it super quick. This is an EP that I discovered recently. Todd Modes is the artist. It's on a label called Going Good. Todd is from Detroit. I think I have a proper copy to put up there for you. And it has a really dope track that I liked a lot. I'm going to play it for you now. I'm not sure the title. This is from the Serpent EP. Brand new joint from this artist. All right, here we go. Todd Modes from the Serpent EP. All right. Todd Modes with the Serpent EP, which I think just sold out from me playing it. But that's the end of the show today. Thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Vinily.
Yeah.
Yes. We do this around the first Friday of every month, although this isn't the first Friday, but you know, it's around that time, first Friday, second Friday. Of course, I want to thank Infinite Jess for sitting in the chat and posting links to everything. I want to thank Mohit from Fault Radio and our Fault Radio crew for enabling this to happen for us. Thanks to Vinyl Dreams crew who's holding it down in the shop today. Don't forget everything I played today. You can go to vinyldreamssf.com and purchase, at least as long as this is close to the date of broadcast. The longer you wait, the more chance you risk of losing something to another customer. So you want to get in there and buy this stuff out quick. Any questions or comments, hit up our social media. Don't forget to go to Fault Radio's YouTube page where you can access previous editions of Vinily that we've done in the last 7, 8, 9 months, something like that. So yeah, thanks everybody for being in the chat and watching, and we'll be back next month. Until then, peace.